Moving on to our second to last game, huge matchup in the NFC North. And I realized when I opened my notes up this morning, when I sent the rundown over, I put Green Bay at Green Bay, but I'm sure you realized my mistake there, Raider Jim.
It took me a bit.
Going to be the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. The Bears are 1-point favorites. Look, both of these teams are minus 110 on the money line, so it's a pick 'em. If you want to take the -1 for, I think, 115, I guess, play for a put. I don't know. So essentially a pick 'em, and the over under is 47. This will be your second YouTube TV game. Yay. Raider Jim, your thoughts, Green Bay at Chicago.
Wow. I know we talked about it earlier. It's, the Bears defense is not solid when it comes down to the stats, but they're extremely solid on the takeaways. And they're going to be playing at home, and there's not going to be any weather. It's going to be cloudy. It's going to be cold. But that's all it's going to be. We don't have driving snow. And why aren't we having driving snow? That's what I want to know in Chicago at this time of year. But wow, Green Bay has to get their collective act together, because that had to be very disappointing to lose that game to the Broncos. Very disappointing. And now they are, I can't remember where they line up in the playoff picture.
They are the 7, I believe, right now.
7. So again, both of these teams, I mean, this is one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL. So for all the Bear fans and all the Bears that are playing, they would love nothing more than to stifle Green Bay and make it that much more difficult for them, or ruin their seeding. But wow, what's really going to happen? Which Jordan Love is going to show up? What running game is going to show up? That's all you need, though, is that good, strong running game to open up the passing game if you're the Packers. And if you can do that, if you can control the ball and hang on to the ball, you will beat the Chicago Bears in Chicago. So give me Green Bay as I run through all that rhetoric. Give me Green Bay money line, over under 47. Give me a half a point, over 46.5.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Chicago this year, but I think that kind of I think they're fighting a bit above their weight right now. And even with Green Bay, with maybe their struggles, their inconsistencies, whatever you want to kind of point to, I think Green Bay is the more seasoned product. I think this is a team that, has made the playoffs. They've won in the playoffs. This is a situation where they know what they need to do in order to get this win, because look, for Green Bay, it's kind of interesting with the playoff percentages. I think at the end of the day, they want to win the NFC North. No doubt about it. If they lose it here, it's probably not going to happen.
Right.
But even with a loss, they still have a 77% chance to make the playoffs, according to NFL.com. So again, not debilitating for the Packers, but again, it's a difference between a home playoff game and being more than likely the 7th seed, because San Francisco and Seattle, or whatever combination of NFC West teams you want, more than likely the top 2 wild cards are going to the 2nd and 3rd place teams in the NFC West. So the 7th seed is really what's going to be played for between Detroit, Chicago, and Green Bay. This will go a long way to figuring it out. I like Green Bay here. I like Green Bay big. I think they make a statement. And Chicago maybe again comes back down to earth. I don't think they get the turnovers they're accustomed to. I think Jordan Love takes care of the football. They get the job done. Give me Green Bay on the money line. I am going to take the under here, though. I see this as a 21-10 type game. It's going to be cold. I do believe next weekend, I know for us here in Southern California, starting on Christmas, we're going to have, I believe it's called an atmospheric river, which is a incredible way to forecast weather. I love it. But so I do think next weekend is when you're going to see your weather games going forward. But yeah, still going to be cold. I think it was 7 degrees for the Cleveland-Chicago game. It felt like -15. Ooh, good luck with that, everyone. But anyways, Green Bay money line under 47. That is your second Saturday game. Again, best of luck on the YouTube TVs. Tampa Bay heading to Carolina is going to wrap it up. This is pretty much the NFC South decider if you really want to kind of get simplistic with it. Tampa Bay is going to be 3-point favorites on the road against Carolina. 45.5 is your over-under. Tampa Bay minus 165 on the money line. Carolina plus 140. Raider Jim, your thoughts? Tampa at Carolina.
Yeah, you know me, like I said earlier, and I say it week in and week out, give me Baker Mayfield anytime, any place, because I think he's one of those guys that can lead a football team. I don't know if he's got any time left with Tampa Bay, or if this, do you know if this is a signing year for him? Or
No, he's signed up. He's good.
He's signed up, so he won't be wearing silver and black next year. Got it.
No.
Sorry.
Sorry about that one. Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah.
That's real fantasy football right there. Carolina, though. Carolina, gosh darn it. You'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt, but their offense, 24th in the NFL. Tampa Bay's got a little bit better offense. They've across the board. Tampa Bay has a very consistent team. They maybe they're not the best, but it's not like, oh, they're really bad at this and really bad at that on defense. They're just kind of like middle of the road or a little bit under middle of the road, but they're consistent and they can put games together. This one, though, this is it. It's almost like they're playing for all the marbles because there's only going to be 2 games left after this. Mm-hmm. And wow, anything can happen after that. So at home, Carolina, there's not going to be any rain. Who's left after this? Let's see. After this, wow, Carolina's going to have to play the Seahawks, which I wouldn't want to do. And then they are going to wrap up. These 2 teams will wrap up again last game of the regular season. Oh. So they're going to have 1 shot left. But I still, it's got to be a great scripted ending then. So I think in this one, you're going to see the home field advantage play in favor of Carolina. I think the defense will come out, and even though they're not the best, Tampa Bay's been real inconsistent of late. So give me Carolina plus 3.5 on this one. Still love you, Baker. And on the over-under 45.5, I'm going to go under 45.5. I just don't think there's going to be the scoring in this one.
Yeah, that's on me. I am not schedule savvy. Never have been, never will be. So this is not anywhere near a decider. That's so weird. 2 of the last 3 games. Okay, then. Interesting. So kind of delete all of that from your memory banks. Get the Men in Black thing out. No, not a decider, Brandon. But still a very, very big game. Obviously, whoever wins this will have an opportunity to win the next one and, fully claim the tiebreak. But we'll at the very least have a leg up in the division, assuming we don't get a tie. I see this game very similar as the Green Bay-Chicago game. This is a team in Tampa that has won in the playoffs. They've shown the ability to win football games. I have more faith in Baker Mayfield than Bryce Young. I have more faith in what Tampa Bay brings to the table than the upstart Carolina Panthers. I love what Carolina has done this year. It's been one of the best stories. I am so happy for Bryce Young. I just think it's not going to happen this year. I like Tampa. I'm going to buy a 0.5 point. I'm not a massive fan of a home or a road dog or a road favorite. I'm also not a massive fan knowing that they are going to have to play another in 2 weeks. But I'm going to stick to what my notes say. I'm going to go with Tampa minus 2.5, but I'm not nearly as confident as I thought or as I was, before I knew the final game of the season. But in terms of the over-under, I'm with you. I think this is going to be kind of not a sloppy game, but more of a grind. Both teams want to turn this into a 6 to 8 possession type game. Give me under 45.5. Maybe we see 24-21, but that'll just get us there. And even that might be a little much for both of these. So Tampa Bay minus 2.5, under 45.5. And finally, as I get hopefully my last cough out of the show, the other games that we'll just kind of, I'll just lay out and we'll see if we have any thoughts on it. When I put the rundown together, I did not have a line on Cincinnati and Miami. I do now. Oh yeah.
Yes.
And obviously, big reason with that is Tua has been benched, so this will be Quinn Ewers getting the start. The rookie, I think Miami's just like, hey, you know what? Let's just see what the kid can do. Cincinnati's going to be 4-point favorites. Over under there is 48.